Namaste, beloveds. My best wishes to all of you for this new year, first day of this new year, 2024. I wish that this new year is not just a new year, but a new beginning of a new life rooted in our own truth, where our own truth, which is our direct connection with the source of life, our truth becomes most important in our life. Everything comes second. And then this life will be lived so fully, so beautifully, everything will be covered in it. Our life will be full of deep experiencing of life, not full of desires to live. No? So this is my heart. I'm sharing with all of you. And the blessings of my gurus, blessings of God always remains on all of us in this. Thank you. Let us live something very simple. In Hindi we have these words I heard from Osho also, and I experienced directly also now, that कर्ता भाव, दृष्टा भाव और होने का भाव. Sense of a doer, sense of a seer, no? Sense of doer, sense of seer, or sense of being, sense of existence. Mostly we are living in the sense of doer state of the being that we are. And through our own effort and through contemplation and sadhana, we more come to the sense of seer state, no? Where we start observing our own thoughts, feelings, our own activities, our decisions, our doings. Which is more like a detachment from compulsive thinking, compulsive doings, unconscious thinking, unconscious doing also. But the third is the sense of existence. And somehow, what I call meditation, fundamental meditation, helps us here a lot. Because at some point, somehow, it will click to us that I can just be. I do not need to see, or I do not need to do anything. No? And meditation helps us in the sense of trying to provide an environment or a sense of direction or a sense of guiding. Like it informs us that it is possible to just sit. It is possible to just be without seeing or without doing anything. Which is what is our natural state of being. And recently, I think, Uma, you reported that one night before going to rest, I just had the feeling to just sit. And that time I was not doing anything, and I was also not watching or being watchful or alert about my thoughts, feelings, or inner state. I was just sitting. And at that time, I realized that, this is what it means to just sit and do nothing. This is the most joyful state of being, most peaceful state of being, and most natural state of being, just being, without doing anything. We all are being, plus doing something. If not doing directly, with something with our thoughts, feelings, sensations of the body, then we are doing something with them in the sense of watching them, looking at them, which is also a very powerful approach towards creating some distance from them. No? But also there is a higher possibility beyond that of just being. And this just being is most natural for us. Maybe not in the beginning because of the habit of doing something all the time. But if it is understood, even little bit, because it is natural in the being, there is a support from the being to go for it. Like there is all support, there is a whole wisdom in the being how to just be. We do not need to learn how to just be. It is built in. It's a built-in knowledge in the being how to just be. I invite all of you. Let us try right now. Let us allow right now to just be. Where let us not really force ourselves to close our eyes or open our eyes. But let us be clear about one thing, that I'm not going to do something with my thoughts, feelings, body, everything that is in this body, everything that is happening in this body or outside of this body. I'm not going to do anything with it right now. I'm only going to feel my own existence. I'm only going to experience my own self. This feeling our own existence, experiencing our own self, can become like an anchor for us, to anchor our attention. It can work like a way to become free from compulsive doing or involvement with everything that is happening inside us. It is going to highlight also, allow this decision of this moment to just be. Allow this decision to highlight that how much habitually we are involved with everything that is arising within ourselves. Remain. Let us remain together in this. Let us walk together also in this. Because essentially in this whole guiding, we are not really doing anything else. So there is no task given to any one of us where we can lag behind. No, we are always going to be together every step because there is only one step. That step is of understanding. That step is not of doing. Just sitting or just being who we are is a understanding, allowing us to not flow with the thoughts and feelings and everything, not involve with them, not do anything with them, just right now. Later on, we will be engaged with our thoughts, feelings, with everything that is in the body and outside of the body. But right now, it is our decision to experience, to live who we are truly, beyond the thoughts, feelings, and everything that is inside the body and everything that is outside of the body. Beyond all of this, who we are truly. This is our time right now to experience and to live this truth of who we are, the being. Being is not a thing that we can find somewhere inside us. Being is who we are, and the way to experience who we are, the way to live who we are, is to consciously withdraw ourselves from involvement with everything and remaining as we are right now. And this might be difficult in the beginning. That's why I'm offering that if it feels difficult, then let us focus on our own sense of existence. Let us live our own self, feel our own self. And if that also looks difficult, then let us focus on our breath, breathing. Then let us focus on our breathing. Breathing in, breathing out. Focusing not in the sense of trying to penetrate, but focusing in the sense of giving value to it and living the breathing. It is going to withdraw all of our attention from everything. It is going to make us free from habitual involvement with everything that is happening. And we will come to a more stable state of consciousness or attention. When we are feeling our breathing, and as soon as we feel that yes, I'm feeling my breathing only, breathing in my body only and nothing else now, let us start feeling or giving attention or value to ourselves also, who is feeling the breathing. It is most natural, it is most obvious to be who we are, and that's why we miss it. Right now, let us be open, let us be alert enough to not miss this subtle truth of who we are. That it is natural to be who I am. It is effortless to be who I am. It does not require effort to be who we are. It requires only value given to it through giving value and attention to it. Let us give our attention, our focus to who we are, who is just sitting here. Not thinking, not looking, not trying to see, but only experiencing ourselves while allowing ourselves to just be, to just sit here. Our habit of attending different things is there. And as the habit comes, let us ignore this habit and turn our attention again and again to our breathing, to our body, and to ourselves. Let us not force ourselves, let us understand, and then that understanding will help us here. This is not only most natural for us to be without doing anything, this is also most joyful. As soon as our attention is merging with our being, the joy is growing in our heart, light is growing in our being. For last few seconds, let us allow ourselves to give up all the work, all the effort of all type. Let us enter into a deep relaxation into who we are, where there is no work to be done, there is no effort to be made, not even the effort of watching or being conscious of anything. A natural joy is arising from our own being. A natural peacefulness is increasing in our heart. It seems very light here, very subtle here, but this is the most powerful thing in this universe. Our own peace, our own joy, our own being. Thank you. In one sense, we cannot learn meditation. We can just understand it and live it. Because meditation simply means being who we are, living who we are, truly. Continue that. Even when you open your eyes, continue that. Because that doesn't require effort. It requires only understanding and value given to it. And that is going to conserve and keep our attention in our heart, in our being. And our attention will not go out searching for thoughts or feelings or activities or tasks that are to be done now. Nothing to be done here right now. And still life will come, life will flow, and we will attend it, but not right now. Right now, nothing is there to be attended. And there is no inspiration to attend anything. You, the being, is falling into yourself. You, the being, is merging into yourself. Your attention is coming home. Our attention is coming home. And enlightening the home that we are. There is nothing more new than who we are, that what we are experiencing. There is nothing more fresh than what we are, who is experiencing ourselves. There is nothing more pure than the taste of our own being. It's empty of everything. It's pure nectar of our own being. It is the love of the source for us, continuously flowing from inside into our being and into our heart. Thank you, thank you. Meditation is not a job that we give to ourselves. It is a joy for which we go, we choose to go for, no? If meditation is not bringing joy every time, there's something misunderstood about it, no? We can understand. I invite all of you, if you have any confusion about it, if you experienced any struggle in meditation, you can talk to me and we can explore the possibilities, and it may remove some or all the misunderstandings about it.
Ji, Ji is very practical invitation, so I take this invitation of exploring the meditation. I notice, like, when we sit for meditation, we start doing something, like balancing energy, sitting posture. Like,
when we start meditation?
Yes. Like how we enter the meditation, for that we start doing something. And sometime, this whole time, we just doing and just doing. Don't reach that meditation.
Yeah.
And then struggle start. And when struggle start, then we feel like hopeless. So I just feel to explore with you to more this direction if we are facing this type of problems.
Yes.
So,
I think let me share a little bit, and it may really help understanding the basics or fundamentals of in this direction. There is something very important to be understood. What we can call a resolved being. No, being means who we are. Every one of us is a being. But how resolved we are, how more or less resolved we are, that is different in all of us. Resolved in the sense that how much unfinished business we have, how much unresolved understandings we have inside us also. No. So this is one thing, that we are a more or less resolved being at any point of time. The more resolved, the better. For living life also, in clarity and in stability. And also, it is useful when we are meditating also. But not directly. It's not like a prerequisite that we need to be a resolved being in order to meditate. No, I say that if we can meditate, we can be a resolved being also. But much more fundamentally. So what happens when we start meditating? There are two layers of our resolution of the mind. One is the outer, which is directly connected to what we are doing and going to do, the life flow, experiencing, doing things. No? Another is the deeper layer of it, deeper layer of the mind, which keep many things unresolved. They are just there waiting to be resolved in some way. No? Meaning either they are a defined task we have given to ourselves, that one day I'm going to think about what is this, or one day I'm going to understand what is this. Or it is something which we have not consciously decided, but it's just there in the mind. All this remains as an unresolved core, like a pool of thoughts, unresolved thoughts inside the mind, inside us. No? When we decide not to do anything, we are only able to withdraw ourselves from the outer layer of mind, where we decide, okay, I'm not going to do anything. But then we enter into this deeper layer of mind where unresolved things are there, waiting for us, and we get stuck here. Meaning, it could be like a decision that, okay, I want to be more resolved in order to sit in meditation. No. And resolving ourself or our mind more and more is not a bad thing, it's a very good thing. But we should understand clearly that this is not the time for resolving myself, my mind. No. Meaning, generally either we are for resolving our mind only, or we are against it. No, I say that we can be for resolving our mind, and also we are clear that this is not the time for resolving our mind right now. And if this understanding is embraced and clearly known by us deeply, then we can actually meditate, which is nothing but neither attending thoughts connected to the practical life as it is happening to us or happened to us yesterday or in the past, or it is going to happen to us tomorrow, nor attending the pool of mind where there are many unresolved understandings waiting for us to be resolved, to attend and to resolve them. No? Once this is understood, we can truly drop out of the whole of the mind into our being. No? So this is like an understanding we have to we will embrace slowly. Because it is, at any point of time, we are the being only. Being basically means that we have our full wisdom. We don't have less wisdom. Being is not dividable, cannot be divided. And its wisdom cannot be divided also. Like because there are lot of unresolved understanding in the mind, that's why the being has less wisdom. No, being still has exactly same wisdom. So this wisdom of your being can understand this what I'm sharing right now. That hey, ultimately it's myself only, no? Who is attending the outer layer of mind, who is attending the deeper layer of mind, and who can not attend the mind at all. No. So it's a most fundamental understanding when clear. Meditation becomes most simple and natural way of being, as long as we want, as many times a day we want also. No. Because it's not a doing, it is the exact opposite of doing anything. Attending the thoughts and feelings for practical life and for the flow of life as it is happening today, or attending the thoughts and feeling at a deeper level to resolve, to become a more resolved being, resolved thinker, more resolved doer. Also, both are attending something. Like a work is something we are doing, we are seeing, we are trying to understand this thought and this feeling and its relation with my life and its relation with other life and everything, isn't it? Are you able to connect to what I am sharing? Yeah, please say something back.
And when we start feeling like emptiness,
What did you say before?
feeling emptiness.
Right now you are feeling emptiness.
While meditation also,
Huh.
now also I am feeling.
Huh.
So then curiosity come like, if this is the meditation, or I am doing good, that how like mind enter in this
Yes.
start
Understand.
disturbing in a way,
Yeah.
it is a disturbance like that.
Yes, yes.
I notice like
It is understood. So is there anything wrong in this curiosity? Meaning, are you? It's not clear to me what is your sharing or question.
gee, it's in a way because it disturbs the meditation. If while meditation we are in emptiness, feeling empty, and that time mind enter
Huh.
to
Meaning, this curiosity is coming from mind. Are you saying like this?
yes.
Uh-huh. Then, if you are able to see that this is coming from the mind, then you can skip it, no? You can ignore it, no? Because there is a curiosity in the being also, what I call wonder, no? That wonder also wakes up here, like empty, joyous, free, true, natural being, and it wonders who I am. It's so internal. There is no mind or activity, no movement here. Wonder is not a movement really. It's natural in the being also, without it altering or without its going out of itself. No? So that's why I was checking with you that if it is noticed that it is a curiosity. Curiosity basically means that something not coming from our own nature is what is coming from our own mind, which has become our which is our second nature in a way when we live in the body, but it has become our first nature generally. That's what it means to live as ego, no? So if it is noticed, you will be able to ignore it. Yes? Yeah. So that's good then. Many things will come like this. It is just one thing. Many things will come like this because our mind activity will will try to involve us in one way or the other. Not like there is somebody there, but it is just our habit. So our habit will try to involve us in one way or the other. One way is that something is happening in my practical life. Another way is that I have to resolve something, some understanding. Third thing is these kind of subtle things now, very pure, totally connected to what we are doing. Like they seemingly look very related to what we are doing. Like, let me know what is this emptiness, how can I make it permanent? And many things like this will come. And somehow yet they are inviting us to do something. Here the simple thing is to not forget Curiosity might be here. It doesn't affect me as long as I don't attend it. In the sense that I don't do something. Let us be more and more clear about how I do something. Not in the sense of understanding deeply, but in the sense of when I do something, how it feels to me, and when I don't, how it feels to me. No, like let us more deeply feel the difference between when we are not doing anything, living in the natural state of being, versus when we change it, meaning we go for doing something. That change we should notice deeply, because that's just one thing that we have to notice. And then everything that may come inside us will always invite us to do something either or to remain as who we are. No? So choose to remain as ourselves only. Whether something is happening inside us in relation to that as a thought or a feeling or not. No? Is it not possible like this?
It is possible, and this new year, you just say just beginning. So it is my prayer to you, like I want to be there always, not want to come out of this emptiness.
Through our strong desire, determination, and prayers, and also through our understanding, we can stay in ourselves. Because it is not somebody else who comes out of ourselves. We ourselves come out of ourselves. How? Why? If we become clear, we will come out of ourselves or not to attend life, we will see. No. Because life activity is there, practical life is there, has to be attended. No. Body is there, activities of body are there. They are to be attended also. No? Meditation, please understand, is not end of ego. This is how we misunderstand it also. Meditation is not end of ego. It is beginning of being. Not end of ego, beginning of being. So it is not directly working on ego. It is directly bringing us to the being that we are. And coming to the being that we are is end of ego. But indirectly. The less we live in the ego, the less ego is there. The more we live in the being, the more being is there in our life. No? This is the thing to be understood. We misunderstand mostly that, okay, let me work on ego. That method is different. That method is sadhana, contemplation. No? This method is different. It is for being to come back to its natural state. And to fall in love with its own beauty. Like, my God, I never felt so deeply peaceful and fulfilled. It is not a peaceful like, okay, peaceful, let's go to life now to fulfill our desires. No, it is so fulfilling. It's such a deep contentment felt, deepest possible, that there are no desires felt here for anything. You know. So this is a different approach. Meditation, fundamental meditation is a different approach. It's not removing the ego approach. It's waking up the being approach to itself. No? Coming home approach. This is coming home. Thank you. Uma, you want to talk?
Rajee, thank you so much for this for this beautiful moment. I felt very, very contented, as you said, totally contented, and I felt very fresh inside, very, very freshness while doing this guiding, this meditation. And it is also very alive. normal life, I did not notice this aliveness. This is alive, exciting, very fresh. So I want to look deeply with you, kind of living. What is this freshness, this moment freshness? Because it is totally different with, from the definitions I have known yet.
And I can just share what I feel here, and then you can understand and give me feedback. One thing is living ourselves, another thing is being ourselves. No, living ourselves is different than being ourselves actually. Here, no, in this discussion, it is different. I'll try my best to make it as simple as it is possible. No, and I need all your support also in trying to understand when I'm speaking also. Because things in the explanation, in the words, are always difficult to be put in words also. So, being ourselves is what is meditation. We may use experiencing ourselves, feel ourselves as a method to withdraw our attention or focus from the habit of attending everything else. But ultimately, our focus or attention will be released back into who we are, and we will not be even trying to feel ourselves or trying to experience ourselves that time. We will allow ourselves to just be. So being ourselves and meditation is exact same thing. It's absolutely same thing. There is no difference between meditation and being ourselves. But experiencing ourselves, however, is a different thing. Let us understand how we experience. No? Not what, but how. We experience any and everything. No? Fundamentally what happens is that we, the being, is a non-dual being. Non-dual meaning formless and originally undivided being. We do not have a form of our own. But we are living in a form called this particular body and name, no? And also its individual consciousness, no? So that's why when we are being ourselves, then our experience could be or could not be there specifically, no? It could be optionally there. But when we are interested in experiencing ourselves, then who we are, who is experiencing ourselves at that time, is not really the pure being. It is that individual consciousness trying to experience ourselves, meaning the original being, the being who is the origin of this individual consciousness. No? So as the individual consciousness who does experience everything through the body, through the senses, through the feelings, through the thoughts, is now same ability of experiencing, is experiencing its own origin. No? And in that, there is going to be a purity of experiencing, like the more content of the being is present in the ability of experiencing the consciousness, or less content right now. No? So the more content, the more ratio present in the consciousness of the being that we are, the more fresh it feels to us. Because the nature of our own being is pure, absolute freshness and newness at any point of time, all the time. It may not feel that fresh to us because our individual consciousness is filled by other content also that time when we are experiencing ourselves. That time it will look like, yeah, nice, or wow, so fresh. Or, oh my God, this is so absolute freshness. There's just no other thing. There's just pure freshness. There's no content in it. You know. So our individual consciousness or ourself who is also living as individual consciousness is experiencing its own origin, its own source, its own beauty or truth of the source. Experiencing, not being. Experiencing. And in this experiencing also slowly, the merging of the individual into the source also happens. Because it loves to remain. The joy, the beauty of the being that we are works like a magnet. It attracts the individual. I want to remain here. And the more the individual consciousness remains in contact with its own source, the more it merges with the source. The lighter the individual self becomes in a way, thinner the individual self becomes in a way. At some point, there is only a sense of existence remains. Not that there is somebody in it. Sense of existence only. Being lived by the source, the origin. No? I could say it like this. Please give me some feedback now.
Yes, I am totally connected what you are sharing. During guiding, when I came at deeper level in my understanding at deepest level, but there also something very subtle doing was there. It was, I noticed it was, I want to feel myself, I want to live myself. Then I also, with your voice, I also dropped that. Then I, like something blossom.
Yes.
This,
You're very right. It is about how long we stay in our pure being. That long, that much our consciousness becomes empty of the previous content, for the time being at least. And that much freshness we can experience that time. It's not about the time period, it is very subjective to each one of us. How much we are attached to the previous content also plays a big role here. How much we are ready to let go of the previous content in the individual self also supports a lot. No? Like, are we ready to be empty of the previous content so that we can be filled by the beauty and the truth of our own being? Also. Like everybody enjoys a dip in a river, no? In the ocean also. No? Everybody enjoys a dip in the ocean because before we take a dip in the ocean, it feels beautiful, like life is amazing. But once we dip in the ocean and when we come out of it, it's like much better than before it was. No? Even the life outside of the ocean looks better. We are more happy or joyfully able to connect with it also. What happens? We became empty of the previous content and we became full of the taste of the ocean for the moment. But now suppose that we keep floating in the ocean only for some time. We will become more and more empty of the previous content and more full of the taste of the ocean. And then only truly we will feel what actually is the taste of the ocean, really. No? In this kind of simple example of physical ocean and physically going in a ocean can give us a hint, no? That what happens when we go in the ocean of our own being. Our consciousness still carries the taste of the previous experiences a lot. No? Otherwise, as soon as we start becoming empty of the previous taste, we start becoming full of the taste of being, taste of the true being that we are. And that's where we report freshness. My God, how fresh it is. We need to have patience here. And a allowing of letting go of the previous taste also. Like a understanding, very deep understanding takes place here. And we can touch that point where life becomes heaven for a moment and beyond heaven. Like if like our own self is full of beauty of our own being, our own origin. No? In meditation, we have this possibility every time. And then whole day is going to be, like a inner celebration going on inside, it's like a new day, it's like a new year, it's like a new something very exciting. This day is very exciting day for us. Even if the day is same, even if the work is exact same that we are going to do. Like a inner spring opens up for a moment for the day. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Very nice talking to you.
Also, I felt this emptiness in a new way. I could feel this. Before, emptiness was like a thing to understand for me. What is emptiness? Everyone is talking emptiness. I was not understanding, but empty of everything. It is so pure. It feels like Amrit. It was feeling like this inside.
Yes, yes. It is just that in the beginning we take ourselves to be that being who is always full of some experiences, tastes of life, and that's why when we are able to slip out of this zone or level of consciousness into a deeper level of being, where no experiences are present, it looks like empty, like in the sense of negative, like oh my God, it's empty. But slowly, as we will develop taste for who we are, we will start liking being empty more than being full of anything. And this is the beautiful part of being in this body, that some layers of this body mind consciousness are supposed to be full of experiences, not so much overcrowded as they are right now, but they are supposed to be full of experiences, more or less all the time. No? But one layer of our own consciousness in this existence of body mind is always empty of experiences, and we can slip into it always whenever we want to experience the empty spaciousness of our own being, which is pure joyfulness. Beyond that is the truth of who we are. So we are provided everything here. We are provided the space to be filled. We are provided a space which is always empty also. Depends on where we place ourselves, where we live, in what layer, in what room of our own body, mind, and being consciousness. Yes, thank you. Through meditation, a self-introduction happens to us, to who we are really. Before that, we think that I am full of experiences all the time, is what I am. But slowly we start realizing that no, I am that being who can be empty also, who can be just simple, pure spaciousness. My body mind is full of things as they are, but I am full of myself only. I can attend, like this kind of wisdom becomes clear to us inside that I have an option to attend the outer layers of body mind, and through that practical life also, when as and when necessary. And I have an option to not attend any of it and remain in the joy, in the purity, in the beauty of my being. In the middle of the day, in the middle of the world also. It's understanding that will take place slowly, no? And then attending life which is present in our own consciousness at the outer levels, or life which is outside of our body, attending that life doesn't look so bad anymore now, because we are already full of joy, and sense of spaciousness is always there inside us, even when we are attending the life also. That remains somehow, like we remain connected, portion of ourselves remains connected to that, and we remain joyful also all the time. Thank you. This is very good.
Thank you. Feeling very blessed. Thank you.
Thank you. There is a question from YouTube chat also. Uh, Shivanna is asking, there is a contraction in the chest and throat region, and it feels like me when I try to be the being. Any insights, please? Uh-huh. There is a contraction in the chest and the throat region, and it feels like me when I try to be the being. Huh. In this very expression, something can be understood. When I try to be the being, we do not need to try to be the being, or we cannot succeed in trying to be the being. There is a deep misunderstanding here. Meditation that I offer is not that we are trying to be the being. No, we are trying to remain the being, not try to be the being. Be means effort. No, try to be the being means there is a smell of a effort here in this expression. That trying to be the being. No, trying not to attend anything. Not that trying to be the being. These are two different things. No? Trying to be the being is the contracted state of the being, trying to maybe contract itself more in the hope that I can become the being like this and free from the content which is present in me right now. No. This effort of meditation is not to be done at the outer levels of body mind where the consciousness, where the content is present. It is more to be understood as not attending anything and then not doing anything to be who we are also. More like this. So Shivanna, you can check right now also. Do not try to be the being, because you are already that being. Try to only be free for yourself. And trying to be free for yourself is trying to be free from everything that we are doing. Doing and being cannot come together in this context. No? So trying to be the being is exactly opposite of being, which I am trying to live with you all in this meditation, no, that I offer. Not trying to do the thing, but trying to remain. Trying to remain without attending anything. And if it is not possible, then gently bringing our attention to our breathing and to our body, physical body only and breathing only, not thoughts, not anything else. But gently, not forcing. Force does not work. It only creates stress or contraction that you are reporting also. To gently allow yourself to focus on your breath, but gently, not forcing so much. Only through our value for what we are doing, we can succeed, not through force. So that's all I could say. Thank you. A meditation that I am offering is not to rearrange the present state in which we are. It is to leave that present state into our deeper state of being. Our present state, when we are not living in the deeper state of our own being, is where we are holding on to content of thoughts, feelings, emotions, and everything, and corresponding layers of consciousness also together, including the physical body. It is more relaxing out of it into our natural, true state of being, not rearranging it in any way. No? And that may take some time, maybe not like long time, but it may take 1 or 2 time to get the neck of it, to get the essence of it. Because try to understand, we at this level of body mind where we live normally, we know only one of the two things: either contracting, or sleeping. Meditation is between the two, neither contracting nor sleeping. Just relaxing, not contracting. Not doing anything means not contracting anything. So do not contract anything inside you. Do not do anything means do not contract anything inside you. You, the being, do not contract your energies. And also do not go to sleep. Remain relaxed, open, not changing anything in you, but remaining alert only, present only. Thank you. Anybody else can talk to me? Mila, you want to talk?
Yes, Guruji. Namaste. I just would like to start with a lot of gratitude to you that we have such an opportunity to start this year, to start this day with such meeting, with your blessing, with your being. And how to say, I feel that with the start, I'm dedicating this year to my own being. I'm putting everything on the way to my own exploration, who I truly am, and I'm so happy to kind of announce this. And I don't know, but I feel like a 0 point today. I don't know how to explain this, but like I'm a 0. That's all. Maybe you can say something on behalf of this.
This 0 point, it kind of is beautiful for me, but more in a simple way. No, I would like to look at it more simply, realistically in a way, not in a set way of or not something that we used to define who we are as the empty being. No, not that zero, but more a ground zero where we are we have done well, whatever we could, and now we are more interested in refining and resolving ourselves. No? Because this is also one of the very important thing, Mila, you have brought up, like that we don't really know everything at the beginning of this spiritual exploration of who we are. We may believe that, yes, I know this is enlightenment, this is awakening, this is my being, and this is meditation. This is mind, and this is consciousness, this is attention, and this is how it is going to be solved. But it doesn't really happen that way. As we actually step into discovery of who we are, our understanding corrects also about everything in this context. No? Like we more deeply understand what it means to know who I am, what it means that, or what I am, what exactly is I'm correcting, what is to be corrected. All that also is refined. That understanding refines somehow slowly. No. So in that way, this is a very good attitude that I am ready to start from ABC at wherever I am right now. No? Meaning I did well, I'm happy with my past in relation to discovering who I am and the truth of life. Now I'm again ready, like a empty, like a blank slate. It's just so amazing and so powerful to start like this. Because there is something very fundamental about what you are saying. I just want to share with love. What we think we are is what is the continuous and identity. No, what we are is the true entity, true being. No, which is not continuous; it is constant. So it doesn't need to be maintained as continuous by some effort. It is just continuously given value to rejoice, to know, to be that constant being that we are. No. So the more somehow we are able to let go of the past knowledge, past experiences, insights in the direction of who we are, whenever possible, the more somehow higher possibilities open up for us, much deeper possibilities open up for us. It's like in the beginning there is an individual self trying to know what is the being of life, what is the truth of life. At some point that individual self is not there anymore. It is the being of life trying to know what is the being of life. It is the being of life trying to know what is the truth of life. So this is what I'm sensing in you, that you are ready now, that I want to start more fresh every day. Because the mind which stores the insights, the spiritual experiences and understandings is seen by us as something grosser than who we are. We are more at a deeper level now, from where we can directly experience and know the truth of who we are and truth of life, without the need to store it in the mind in a progressive manner. This is where we start becoming the truth that we are exploring and knowing, rather than just knowing it. This is where we have started becoming that being that we are. So it is a very powerful prayer and gesture, like this. Thank you. And I'm all for this kind of approach. Because the more we can break the continuity of our continuous effort, in the direction of knowing who we are. And the more we can get out of it also. But it's just that sometimes it is not useful. Sometimes it is useful. Sometimes it is better to continue also. Not break the continuity sometimes. Huh? In the beginning, it is better to not break the continuity. Yeah, thank you, beloved. It's very good.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for such an eye cleaner that I'm able to see important things and not paying attention on unimportant things. Thank you so much.
I hope you are realizing this, Mela, and every one of you also, in some way realizing that waking up to who we are, seeing the truth of who we are, seeing the truth of life, knowing the truth of life, is not same as things changing. No, nothing is changing. Just light is growing or eyes are opening. Only this much, no? So body is still there, thoughts are still there, feelings are still there. The false self is not here because it was never here. It was the imagination of the one who was not opening its eyes, the being that you are. Open your eyes, body is here, thoughts are here, feelings are here, practical life is here. Being that we are is here, but no false self. Basically, no other self than who you are. There is just one self left now. No? And this one self is just a beginning of discovering the ultimate truth of life, that there is only one being of life living, as all of us also. Ultimately, even this is discovered, no? So right now, inside us, we believe that there is only one self when we are living as the false self. No, there is not one self. There are many selves inside us. Let us come to one self first, and we have already crossed or transcended the mind. Whatever way it is achieved, let us come to one self. One self is the one who decides to wake up in the early morning tomorrow, sets up the alarm, and very peacefully and joyfully wakes up also when the alarm rings. This is one self, no? Not that feeling grumpy, oh my God, what happened? Why I decided to go wake up early morning? You know, so we have to come to this one self first. What we call ourself is a imagination of ourself. And then there are other imaginations about other people also. You know. And getting out of that field of mind into the being, experiencing, sensing who we are. Only sensing that yes, I am. Not that I know who I am right now, but now I know that what I imagined I am was my imagination only. You know. Thank you. Thank you. Deva, you want to talk?
Rajee, I like it has become over the past few weeks, it has become very obvious that I've now started to understand what it means to put everything aside, and mostly everything seems like everything is mind. And like even if I am sitting, when I sit, and in the beginning, as I decide to sit and just sitting, it's actually the beginning is just the mind doing all the work. And what I noticed is like you just mentioned in this meeting that the consciousness tends to hold what it has experienced just now for some time, and then it becomes empty. And that state happens. Earlier, there used to be a lot of time that it took for the consciousness to become completely empty. But now, doing the just sitting, like making an effort to sit, it is not like it doesn't take that long for it to come to a state of emptiness. But when I come to satsang and sit with you, this emptiness, it feels very full, and there is a sense of grounding in it. There is a sense of some kind of like I am, that presence is felt, that I am. When I do this on my own, then it feels very like as if there is no ground. So, Rajee, is there something that you can say about this? And
Yes.
what is it?
First of all, I would like to congratulate you for succeeding now in being empty, because this kind of takes so long, now. It takes so long for us to be able to come to empty our consciousness or ourself from what we have been living before the time when we start this decision of meditating, or just sitting. So I'm very happy that it is possible. It's so good already. And also your report actually is very, very practical in a way. Like it has an insight already that you are actually doing something. You are not thinking about meditation. You are actually meditating. That insight that when I'm alone, then I become empty. Now consciousness becomes empty. That consciousness being the individual consciousness, it becomes empty. But somehow there is no sense of being here or grounding, which is present when I'm with you here. Then there is a sense of grounding or sense of being is present. Yes, it is true. It happens as if when we do it alone, when we meditate alone, without fully understanding the implication of it, it is as if the consciousness detaches itself from all the content, chooses to remain empty, but yet somehow waiting to become full very, very quickly. As if it is not relaxed really. Only when this individual consciousness allows itself to be relaxed, that somehow for the first time it becomes full of the sense of being, which comes from inside, not from the outer layers of consciousness or body-mind. So a sense of being arises from within ourselves into the same consciousness which is holding the all layers of body-mind also. So we are not able to relax so much that we get filled with that sense of being which is natural for us. That's what we are. And also that grounding felt here also. So your report is very good in this way. Like I say, actually you have done your work. And why it is so possible here? Because these sharings are happening from this sense of being, and they are for this sense of being only also. These sharings, these meetings are coming from this sense of existence, from sense of being, and they are trying to wake up the sense of being in the listener also. So this is their primary you can say intention or purpose. And as you are available here, your job mostly remains here to be available in the sense of allowing yourself to be empty from the previous experiences. And as we are together and the guiding or just being together happening, that sense of being wakes up in you more, which is not my being, which is your being only. From inside you, that sense of being wakes up in you and fills your empty consciousness, that you feel like, wow, that's nice. No? The key here is that when you sense that Yes, my consciousness is empty of the previous content now. Remember, this is the time when meditation will begin now. Not that the meditation will end now. This was the preparation for meditation, even if it was called the same meditation, just sitting. No. Remember that now hold a little bit more. The joy will begin somehow. The touch of the being will be felt from within. The beauty of the truth of who we are. We will feel more absorbed joyfully within. And we will feel like remaining here like this. Because this joy is more strong and more subtle and more beautiful than any joy that we have experienced so far in our life. So nobody has to be given training that, hey, once you come here, stay here. No, you will naturally stay here. You cannot go out of it. You would not want to go out of it. Habit will take us out of it also, but generally we would not want to go out of it. So this is the key, that remember, when you feel I am empty, this is the time to stay now. In the same method of not doing anything. Just being, remaining as the being will arise from within. Because as if there is a division, as if there is a wall or a veil between the individual consciousness and the being, no? Which has to be crossed, as if, which we are able to cross in our togetherness more easily, and alone it is more difficult. But once it is crossed and it becomes more and more frequent, then somehow that division also slowly disappears. So we are good then?
Rajee, this explanation is very helpful, actually. Also very, I feel very hopeful that now meditation can begin. And
Yes.
I felt this thing that what I am doing, and I want to confirm this, if this is the right way also, or should I not go, is that when when I when I feel that now I can sit, and I feel that there is not grounding, then one of the approaches that I've started to experiment with is that I play one of your videos and I listen to it, in which I do notice that there is involvement to some extent. So, is this the right approach, or
No, it is
this
fine.
approach?
Yes, it is fine, because involvement with the recording is essential in the beginning, because it is something external to you, no? But it is something external where you get involved, but it is going to turn you in internally, no? So this kind of involvement is necessary. If we remain like a witness when we are watching the recording, then this is not going to work anyway. So yes, it is fine. But you are, I feel, using the recording very well then, because one thing in the recording always is there, that is the vibration of being is there, vibration of the being that was lived by all of us together. No, it is always there. The vibration of truth is always there, and which helps us more, much more in this direction when we want to come in contact with our own being. Like it gives us an internal guidance that what to do or what not to do, or where we are missing and how we can get it also. No? But more internally, not thinking about it. So listening to the recording, in this example, in this context, listening to the recording, not so much, and allowing the understanding to take place. Not so much doing the listening and doing the thinking about it so that I can understand. You know, this is the powerful thing about guidings, meditation guidings. They are not to be attended in the sense that, okay, let me think what this guy is saying. No, they are to be more allowed, that, okay, let me allow to listen. Our being knows somehow how to follow these guidings. Yeah. So in that way, yes, it is very useful. We can understand many things out of recordings also by understanding, like listening them through the mind also. Meaning it can clear our mind also. We can become free, more resolved also in the mind also. But primarily, there is a vibration of being continuously present in all the recordings also of satsangs, no? Which can be used to our advantage. Because the moment let's say we have tasted our own being, the moment we taste that taste again in the form of vibration in satsang, we stop doing many things which we were doing. We start being in the right way already. So you, the being, need to be in the right way of being. This is what is meditation. And if listening to a recording, living that vibration can bring you to the right state of being, you are there, no? Then you don't need to understand anything about doing something or not doing anything or just being. You are already there, no? So the being that we are has to come to the right state of being. That right state is what we call true state of being, no? Not that afterward something left to be done called mind. No. No, the habit of not being in the true state of being is there. We get into the habit of false state of being again and again, no? Habit only. But the perks of being in the true state will attract us more and more. The simplicity, the completeness of living life from here, the clarity which our mind can never match. The sense of contentment felt when we make any decision about anything and everything. Completeness, that completeness felt when we make any decisions in life. That is possible through this also. Through this only, actually, not through the mind. In the mind, we will always have the sense that I could have done better. In the being, we don't have any such thing that I could have done better. Thank you. I think it's good.
Thank you, Rajee.
Thank you.
Actually, I want to thank you for clearly mentioning about the vibration of the recording. And it is multifaceted to listen to the recording because I tend to listen more deeply and more misunderstandings also clear up besides getting quieter, besides the mind getting quieter and being more still for the next action that comes in life. So it really helps. Thank you so much, Raj.
Thank you. Thank you. Very, very nice. I'm very happy that these sharings are helping you. They are not trying to make you anything. These sharings are not suggesting you to become anything or unbecome. They're just asking you to, like inviting you to wake up, no? Zoe, you want to talk?
Namaste, Ji.
Namaste.
So excited to meet you.
Same here. Same here.
While I travel all the way, and then I feel that you are with me all the time. So nice.
Zoe, there could be an imagination also. Many times we have this kind of imagination that, hey, we are together only, even if we are far away in the physical distance, no, from each other. There could be imagination also, But there is a reality of it also. And I feel that what you are saying is reality more than the imagination, no? We think that we need to imagine being together right now in the eternity of being. No? No, we don't need to. That is a simple truth. If you don't imagine that there is a time and distance, no. We are continuously and collectively imagining that there is a time and space. Just slip out of that collective consciousness, and we are eternally here together and always here. No? So, time and space is what we are doing to experience. This eternity is not, we have to do something in one sense to experience. It is our truth. But minus, we have to withdraw ourselves from that belief, that mind level, where we experience time and space. No? For which is very important for the body, by the way. Body cannot live in not time and not space. No. Body lives in time, in space. You know, if somebody puts on more weight, obviously more space required or not. Just joking. What I mean is that we don't need time and space to be who we are. But we are identified with the body mind, which requires time and space. That we feel that I cannot be without. No, not that we cannot be without the time and space. We are naturally and always without time and space. We are doing a lot to be in the time and space. In meditation, just sitting, we learn to slip out of this doing, so that we can return to who we are, and we can experience and know the truth of who we are and truth of life. Thank you, beloved. For me, this is truth. And I sense that you are not also imagining so much, no?
No, it's not imagination.
Yeah. What I mean is that we experience that we are together in the physical space, and then we experience that we are separate or away from each other in the physical space, no? And beyond both, what is the truth of me and you? That's what I'm saying. Beyond both, the truth is that we are just here. We are just simply always here. There is no distance between us of time and space. It is true. For me it is. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jim.
When we are meditating, that time are you in the room in which you are? Are you in the body in which you are? Are you in the consciousness in which you are? Or are you in the being that you are? So that is going to decide how much time is playing here. Our bodies are in this room, physical room as well as this digital room. Our minds are also. But our being, is it in this physical room or is it in this digital room? What is the location of the being that we are? Let's check right now. Check everybody right now. What is the location of the being that we are? Does it require space? You know, does it require space? No, space is happening in it. Space is happening in the being who is experiencing space, no? You, the being, cannot experience anything if it doesn't happen in you. Or basically, there is nothing which is happening outside of you. No? Outside of the being that we are, no? Or if yes, tell me, anybody tell me that yes, this is happening outside of me. Thank you, thank you. It's very, very nice. So anybody else can talk to me also. What I'm trying to say might sometimes look like a, very high level philosophy or something. It's not really. Eh, in this particular context, something we shared like this. But what I'm trying to share is a very, very simple truth which we can relate to very easily if we are clear in our mind. Because every one of us is the same being. Very unique in the experience and in the expression, but very same in the nature, no, of everything. Our nature of consciousness, in which through which we are living in the body mind also. No? So please, anybody talk to me. It's a very beautiful time together.
Namaste. First of all, thank you for this lovely start of the year. I feel very happy, very blessed. My question is related to what we were talking in the morning. You had mentioned something like, we all have come out from the womb of the source. And now we are busy in our experiences, taking this experience dust on ourselves. That thing is still there with me. And that I feel sometimes that need to go back to the source is always there, always, always. But it gets entangled literally in, say, laziness, or busyness in the daily life. That quench is there, that thirst is there, to quench that need is also there. But somehow it gets lost in between. Like life may, out of, if I say 24 hours of this day, today 1st of January, very little time goes to that thought of going back.
True.
Otherwise, more time is in solving the daily needs of life only. So how can that percentage change? Because I really need this. Like, it's a good start for me. Like, I want to change my percentage from daily needs to going back to the source, which I always keep telling you, jo ki teo dhar dija dariya. That just return.
Actually, how-tos are always very appealing. How-tos in the spiritual context are very appealing. But they might not be the deepest insights shared with us. No? I will try my best to share some how-to also, but before that I would like to share some basic also. Who you are right now. Let me start with the most simple and direct truth. Who you are right now. Are you somebody who has come out of the womb of God, womb of Source? Or is it the Source living in the form of you? And is it the Source inspiring you to speak and ask me like this? And is it the Source inspiring me to speak back like this also? Or are there two individuals right now talking to each other? If I give you a how-to, it is going to empower your belief of being an individual more. It is going to give energy to the belief that I am a doer separate from the Source or the womb of Source more. Rather, I would like to share something from my heart which may wake you up right now more than And that is what it means to return to the source. Waking up is returning to the source. Waking up is not really going somewhere. Waking up is not coming out of something or going back to something called womb. No. Let me say again that we all have come out of the womb of the source. That womb is like in Hindi it is called shunya, like a divine void, like emptiness. There is nobody there. But right now we are a somebody. And if we enter in that, we are also a nobody, back to nothing. Not nobody, but back to just. So there, in that void, in that divine womb, only divine womb lives, nothing else. Once we enter there, we are not going to be there. This is what it means that drop merged into the ocean. Ocean remains actually, effectively. Drop may say that I still live, but actually it doesn't. So that is the concern we have, which is a true concern. Drop will not be there, and drop somehow has got into the play. It want to play more. It doesn't want to go home. No. So I was just joyfully sharing, lovingly sharing something, which is true actually in this sense. Like children also, come out on the beach also, and then they don't want to go back even to the restaurant or to home because no, I want to play more. But this expression may give us the misunderstanding that as if we are somebody separate from the source. We are not at any point of time. That's why such spiritual discussions without meditation, actual meditation, I feel are only going to encourage the misunderstandings being lived as individual self, or mostly. So there has to be some actual encounter with the truth beyond discussions, spiritual discussions. That is what I call meditation. Let us encounter the truth beyond meditation, beyond discussion. So it is the source which is deciding how long it will live as you, and afterward it will rest as itself only. The source is resting as itself also right now, by the way. So there is no tension, no stress, no incomplete work, no project called awakening to be finished in that sense. It is the joy of the source to experience itself as it is experiencing right now. And it is the joy of the source to refine this understanding tomorrow. There is no you at any point of time, not even for a millisecond. I'm not denying that what you are saying. I'm saying that the more we talk these things in the mind only, which is the more less lit up space, the more it looks real. The more we talk about these things in the light of satsang, the more their falsity is exposed. So this thought that I want to return to my source more now is genuine thought coming from the genuine source also of the being, which is feeling that I want to return to myself more. But as such, the thought is not useful. A deeper feeling is required in the being. As such, a deeper feeling in the being is not enough. Something deeper than the feeling, the longing is required. So when the longing will be more pronounced in the being, the feeling will be much more pronounced in the being, and there will be no thoughts about it. Like there will be no how to do it. There is no time for how to's now. It has to be done right now, So this whole thing is being done from the source all the time. I am also feeling inspired by that same source. That's why this meeting happens. When that inspiration will not be there, meetings will not happen. So it is totally, absolutely joyful to talk about these things. But let us be clear. What is our responsibility? Or do we exist separate and have responsibility? It's like talking about truth versus living the truth. I'm offering, let us live truth rather than talking about it only. So are we good? Or please say something if you want.
Very good. Really very good. Thank you. That talking versus living. I mean, for me, it's the master key.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like somebody, let's say we are walking on the beach and somebody asks me, if you ask me that how to live as myself, then I would say, walk well right now. That's how to live as yourself. If you walk well on the beach when you are walking on the beach, you are at your best in the direction of living as yourself. What is mind is nothing but trying to escape from where we are right now into imagination about even what is happening right now also, sometime, or mostly about past and future. No? So we don't have an option of staying as the being. We don't only have an option of realizing and living the being that we already and always are, including when we are walking on the beach or when we are just sitting right now. We are in the satsang also. It's about how much busy we are right now and how much free we are for what is happening right now. What is happening right now is life. What is not happening right now and engaging us is mind. No? In which many things are happening, including the sense of individual self, its responsibilities also, its life also. All of this is totally fine, like it's not anything wrong in it. But clarity is essential. Or I'm just asking maybe that, are we talking in the right direction? Or maybe I just shared some truth and it kind of suppressed your questions. Is it?
In fact, I got the answer for my question. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It is the joy of the being and the source only that the spiritual discussions happen. But satsang is not a place for spiritual discussions. It's for a spiritual discovery, of the truth. Discussion for discovery. Like nowadays we live like this, that somebody says to me that, or in our, like this, in this group, that I want to know who I am, then I will feel inspired that okay, let us go for it right now, no? This kind of state in which we are now, no? And I remember a long time back that somebody will say, I want to know myself, and we'll feel like, wow, that's so great. We would also like, like we will talk whole day about it. Just talk, nothing else. So that is also joy of the being, to just talk about these things. And that this is also joy of the being, to actually discover now. Thank you. It's beautiful talking to you. Thank you. Ekta, you want to talk?
Yes, Vlad.
Namaste.
Thank you so much for this invitation on the first day of this year. Um, as I'm sitting here, listening to you, I feel this is, when you said that about, um, this space of where you are, this space of this digital room, and like, where are you? Are you in this room or are you out of this room? Um, Suddenly it felt like in whichever compartment or room I was in, it was just there was it did not really matter anymore. It was just that this whole satsang feels very I, it feels as if that I've been sitting in this satsang room for so long, listening to you speak for so long, as if it's been so many ancient years. And even the feeling is this, that as if I've been a seeker for so long and I have not even heard anything. It just felt like, oh, this is the first time. And I don't know, I just wanted to bring myself to you and say that, Raji, I feel that this is the first time that I feel that I'm in this space with you, although I feel that it's been so many lifetimes that I feel that I'm sitting in this digital room with you.
How wonderful. How wonderful.
I just feel I'm so blessed, and I thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is what awakening is for me. This is a fresh day. This is the first time we are meeting. But we met like last week, or we may say like this. That is the mind space. Come in the being and see. We are meeting for the very first time. And this is a strange thing about being in the being, that it is always as fresh as first time. And what a beautiful beginning of the new year. A spiritual growth is more like a correction happening in the being, no? About itself, about everything also, no? But somehow the fundamental misunderstanding still remains that I am something other than who I am truly, no? Hence the effort of remaining as who I am. Who we are truly does not require any effort to be who we are, no? Although it requires all the effort not to be what we are not. And this is where the freshness is felt, the joy is felt. I am also feeling the same, similar like you, no? We are meeting first time. It's very good. Thank you.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you for this beautiful time-space opportunity. And when you were saying something earlier about time and space, and you said it very much exists for the being, for the mind. But otherwise, and I feel this is, that where I'm feeling it, that there is no time space here. I'm like, it's like, how? And
Normally through the mind, we are trying to define everything and can understand everything also in that way, no? Either we are saying there is no time, or we are saying no, there is time. Why don't we see the truth of it? Let us see the truth of it, no? Why to believe anything, no? The way to see the truth of time and space is to come to our truth of who we are first, no? Then we will find that yes, there is an experience of time, no? There is an experience of movement also in time, in space also, no? It is so true. But it is only experience, no? And we are not able to see the difference between experience and the truth until we come to the truth of who we are, beyond the experience of who we are, no? Once we come to the truth of who we are really, then only we see the difference between truth and experience. Experience creating the illusion of truth versus the truth which just is. No? So it is true, body is changing. It is true, body moves. No? But where is time and space in it, in this picture? Time and space comes when we say I move, when the body moves, no? Only then, not before that, no? What are you saying? I move. I move in time and space, no? We say like this. But if we can slip out of this space of consciousness where body mind is there, no? Into the deeper space of being, no? Then this what you are saying, Ekta or Zoe, we were living that. It is very true. Zoe traveled that much. But the truth is not there in it. It is only the experience. We somehow have to catch it at some point when we experience ourselves in a way or live ourselves. Then we will see the difference between the experience and the truth. No? We take the experience to be truth. And especially when collectively it is taken as truth, it is very strong belief. No? So it's not that movement is not there, but it's not that I am moving. Movement is being experienced by me, not that I myself am moving. No. Do you see what I'm saying? So clearly, movement is being experienced totally. No. But I'm not entirely what is moving as body and consciousness. I'm something beyond it which does not move also. At the same time and always, all the time. This is our discovery of the unchanging, unmoving self. No? Within and beyond this changeful, moving self, body, mind. No? Both are coexisting in one sense, and both are two aspects of the same thing. No? Thank you, beloved. Thank you. One simple thing, what we call walking, can be used by us to discover the complete truth of the being, of the time, of the space, of the movement. Let us walk and see, observe, deeply know inside how I am walking, what is walking, and it will reveal all this truth which we are talking right now. Just a simple activity of physical body movement, walking. Let us know the complete truth of what is walking, how I make a move, how I move my leg from inside. And it is just going to reveal the whole truth. And by the way, walking was practiced or used as a meditation practice by great beings like Buddha also, and through this Chakramana practice. We need to be just more present where we are and see or observe more clearly what is happening right now. Complete truth is present all the time in all of us and as all of us. It's just about, are we present here? Mostly we are present in the mind, which gives us a sense of expansion, versatility and creativity through the thinking and images created by the mind also. Sudhanshu, you wrote, Namaste Rajee, I am highly thankful to you that you chose today for Satsang as it is my birthday. My best wishes to you, Sudhanshu. Very, very, very nice to know this. I feel like saying that let it be your real birth of the being in one sense, meaning you are being born into your own being. That you will continue living as the truth that you are, and living the truth of who you are is not exclusive, that I'm only going to live as the being now and not as the body mind. It is rather more inclusive. The being is not afraid of the body mind and thoughts and feelings. It is the ego state in which we live that is afraid or selective or exclusive, that either I'm going to live as the being or I will live as the body mind only. So I pray that it will become clear to you that discovering who we are is more inclusive, not exclusive. No? Yeah. In the beginning, maybe it is exclusive so that we can just know the essence of who we are and live that. Thank you. Then you are saying that I wish today learning will be with me as being. Yes, it will be. Wishing you a very happy, healthy, prosperous New Year 2024. Many thanks. Thank you. Wish you the same. Thank you. There was a little more message. A wonderful and precious birthday gift for me. Thanks. Somehow, activities of life are also giving us something. No? Like some activities of life are increasing our physical abilities, mental abilities, emotional abilities, and all so on. But it is the satsang that is not really giving us something in that way, but it is more waking us up to the powerful, mighty being that we already are, beyond our abilities of body mind. Thank you. Very, very nice. Thank you. Preeti, you want to talk?
Namaste, Rajee. Thank you. Thank you for the beautiful satsang in 2023, and I'm looking forward to be more in being mode. When you said, how does space being needs, I felt like I'm the space and being expanding in space and I'm not able to find the word, but it was feeling like the feeling was like being a space and expanding with joy and peace all together.
Yes, yes.
And I mostly choose to listen you only. So this year I thought I should come forward and speak from today.
Huh?
So
Ah, how nice. No?
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a very beautiful, deep spiritual experience. No? What you are reporting, like I'm like a space and expanding in a space or spaciously, like joyfully. No? Yes, yes. But slowly, we will agree to remain as who we are at some point. Okay. Slowly, we are going to agree to remain as who we are, which is the most joyful, by the way, which is being this joyful divine nothingness. We are this divine joyful nothingness. And that is why we can become anything. But we still do not lose our nature as nothingness. So while we are the body, hey, I am the body, or I am the mind, or I am the person, or I am the individual, or I am the a certain sense of being here. All of this, is the experience being created by us and being lived by us. While we are this absolute divine nothingness, all the time, absolutely all the time. So one day somehow we will agree to live the complete truth of who we are, which is by the way most joyful and versatile state of being, in which we don't really have to remain as the nothingness all the time, because we are already the nothingness all the time. No? Now we for the first time have the freedom to become anything, experience ourselves as anything now, no? Without being caught up into it. No? I hope it will make some sense. Because living in the body is not a problem, but forgetting who we are when living in the body is what is the bondage. Thank you. It's very nice.
One more thing I want to say. I noticed shift in my experience that earlier I used to experience same things repeatedly. Now I am not attached with those experiences more, and it is like I'm more open to what comes with unknown and new experiences for like in before and now I feel like so that is also I feel, and more when I don't have a I feel when I'm in being I feel like more alive with body mind, and I like it feels like being here is very deep into the feeling more than the thinking, or like I could realize that difference this time.
How nice. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It's very, very good. Yeah, spiritual experiences sometimes feel like we have a palace of this body mind, this individual consciousness, and we are the owner of it, obviously, also. And we were sleeping and we are waking up. And then we see some diamond. Yay! I got the diamond. And then we go to sleep again, and then maybe we wake up a little more, and then we see, hey, four, 5 diamonds, rubies. Oh my God, there is a diamond stud, throne and everything. And as we will wake up more and more, we will find all of this is mine only. There is nobody going to have it. But what is more precious than everything of this body-mind consciousness is my own self, the timeless being, which is what is absolute emptiness, nothingness. In front of which even the most beautiful experiences and the states of consciousness are nothing but a appearance only. Thank you. It's good, good. Swabhav and Asta, you want to talk?
Namaste, Rajee.
Namaste.
I really want to thank you, Rajee, that we are starting the new year like this with you, listening to you, listening to everybody for all the reminder to always remember who you are. So thank you so much for this. And I do want to, bring this in front of you that, and how I do it, I don't know, please help me here, that I'm able to experience emptiness. I don't know whether it's actual emptiness or my mind is creating that experience, but I'm able to be in that state where there's no thought, because I go by, okay, witness, I witness, and then I become a witness, I witness the witness, I witness the witness, then I come to that deep state of nothingness. However, I'm not able to go when I hear everybody talk about the joy. At times I do notice there's a smile on the face, but I think that no, in that emptiness, then there'll be some joy in that space. So please just clarify what's going on with me. Is my mind creating all of this, or it's actually happening, and how do I transcend?
I just have a simple sharing that can mind create experiencer that we are at any point of time when we are experiencing anything, including even the emptiness. Mind, yes, mind does create experiences, not the experience of emptiness, but absolutely all the experiences are created by mind only, whether they are spiritual or non-spiritual. Absolutely all the experiences are created by the mind, meaning it is a mechanism of the being which creates something called experience, and it is the being who lives it. But can the mind create the experiencer? And if we can embrace this simple question, then somehow we will come to the very root of our own being, not root of what we think we are right now when we are experiencing emptiness or anything else. And in this root of our own being, root not like dark, deep somewhere, root means like the essence and the experience of ourself. Joy is here. Joy is just here. Also, one more pointing could be that are you relaxed when experiencing emptiness? Because this meditation, many times we don't embrace it truly because all the experiences will disappear. And the experiencer truly who we are will appear, meaning will surface to be available to be lived and known. Because being that we are when active, not relaxed, is creating experiences and living them as real. When being that we are is relaxed, will not create any experiences and will live it in its own bliss. What I am calling joy. Without creating any experiences. So it is important to notice that am I active right now when I am experiencing emptiness? And it will be found that yes, in some way, in subtle way, I am active. I am kind of trying to do something still. All our emptiness experiences will fall away. And that's why we don't want them. That's why we are not ready for meditation mostly. Because all of our experiences will fall away. Meaning all the experiences which we experience in the way while coming home. The true experience of being and joy will begin now, no? Which only begins, it cannot stop now. It increases somehow, it grows in a strange way. It's like I'm experiencing myself and I'm happy about experiencing myself. Or is it myself who is happiness itself? Like you don't know really, you just experience it more and more. But it is a true experience which can set our mood for the whole day. Not like, trying to be joyful. No trying to be joyful. You can try to be as grumpy as you want. And somehow that undercurrent of joy remains. Like an unbrokenness of being, like the truth of being lived, and just not losing it now. I hope that it helps you in some way.
Yes, Rajee. I think the point you said about are you relaxed?
Yeah.
I think I'm making a lot of effort.
Yes, it is important because in the beginning of meditation, we begin to relax only. Then we have to relax more, then more, then more, then more, then more. At some point, somehow there is nobody there except pure being that you are and the blissfulness. So this is what it means that for me right now, this is what it means that we need to do something to be who we are right now, or as what we are living. We do not need to do anything to be who we are truly. In one sense, we need to do everything to be free from what we are not. But ultimately, it has to come down to relaxing only. Just relaxing, just being. Am I experiencing joy? Being even so lazy about it that not attending even this. Okay. Fine. Like this, just. We when we are not living as ourselves, we think that we have to come back to ourselves. No, we don't have to come back to ourselves. We have to stop living not as ourselves. That's all. So this meditation, fundamental meditation, is start living as yourself. The way is do not do anything. This is a method, in one sense, to come home. And the joy is unavoidable here. Even if you don't want to be joyful, you will be joyful. Even if somebody feel I don't like joy, I like something, I like emptiness, or I like, something beyond joy. You will be beyond joy, but still joyful. That's kind of part of the package, Sat Chit Anand. Sat means the truth of the being. Chit is the consciousness. Anand is the bliss. No? Consciousness means this individual consciousness, this individual outlook towards life. But who is looking? No? The being. No? You are that being who is looking through what you are calling yourself. Whole of yourself is your outlook. Relax, just sit relaxed, and you will discover that I am the being who is not moving, and I am this outlook called individual consciousness also. So naturally it becomes clear. We don't need to become a witness. We already are a witness. We just need to relax a little bit so that it is noticed by us that I am a witness. No? Meditation is that invitation and that inspiration inside us also that okay, let's relax. And let's just not do anything really. Not spiritual, not non-spiritual, not social, not personal, And awakening happens here. The being wakes up somehow that, what the hell is this? Like my whole understanding of everything was upside down. I'm not the person who can find out who I am, the being. I am the being who has been living as the person. That's the end of person. No? When you catch yourself living as the person, that's the end of person or not? Thank you, beloved. It's just very beautiful to be with all of you. As you said that, thank you for such a beautiful beginning. I have the same feeling that what a beautiful beginning of this year for me also to be with all of you. Very, very joyful it is for me also. Thank you. I wish once again to all of you that this year is full of truth that we are, the beauty, the joy which is our own essence and own fragrance. It continues, and the blessings of our gurus and God always remain with us. Thank you for joining, beloved. Thank you.